Hey guys, it's Mark from PleaseTellMeTheTruth.org, and we're here with Dr. Gary Habermas, who is a resurrection expert. And we're going to ask him a couple of questions about the historical Jesus today. So Dr. Habermas, would you mind just explaining to everyone out there what the minimal facts argument is?
The minimal facts approach or method to an argument is something I developed in my PhD on the PhD dissertation on the resurrection way back in 1975 and 76. And I know this was before you were born.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And the minimal facts argues and accepts only historical facts that fulfill two criteria. The more important one is it will only use historical facts that are very well evidenced. Mm-hmm. By very well evidenced, I mean here's the fact, and you might have 5, 6, 7, 8 arguments coming in saying that this is true.
Okay.
But because it's so well evidenced, about 90, 95, 98% of critical scholars who write today will accept these facts. In fact, 2 summers ago, I dialogued with James Crossley in London, and he's an agnostic. He calls himself an agnostic, unbelieving New Testament scholar.
Okay.
And our dialogue topic was, do the minimal facts evidence the resurrection of Jesus? And so the moderator had me list the minimal facts I was going to use, and I said, well, let's go with 6. I changed the numbers because nobody only gives me that many. They give me more than that.
Oh, wow.
So this time I'll choose 6. And I gave all 6, and the moderator said, what do you think, James? And James said, just like this. He just went, I'd give them all 6.
Wow.
And then the moderator started talking again, and James said, can I say one thing? And he said, sure. And James said, these aren't just 6 good facts. He said, these may be the 6 best established facts for the New Testament. Now the point would be, if you can build a case for the resurrection on those 6 alone, and each one is multiply evidenced, and each one is accepted by virtually everyone who writes, and you can base the resurrection on it, which I think you can, then you have a tremendous basis to argue that Jesus raised from the dead.
Excellent. And what would be, just real briefly, those maybe 4 of the 6 facts or a couple of them?
The ones I used were Jesus died by crucifixion. Now that's not evidence for the resurrection, but you have to start with it or there's no resurrection. So Jesus died by virtue of crucifixion. The disciples had experiences afterwards that they believe were appearances of the risen Jesus. I'm wording that very carefully. Everybody will allow it the way I said it. The disciples had experiences that they believe were appearances of the risen Jesus. Their lives were turned upside down. They were transformed because of this message, to the point of being willing to die. And a lot of people say, well, everyone's willing to die these days. But the point is, they were willing to die specifically for the resurrection message. See, since they died for Christianity, the center of Christianity is the gospel, and the center of the gospel message is resurrection, they basically died for the resurrection. And since they weren't in a position to know if the resurrection was true or false, the fact that they died for it is especially evidential. Then you have 2 critics, James and Paul. I count them separately because they're different people, different circumstances. They both had experiences which they also were convinced were resurrection appearances. And lastly, number 6, the resurrection is reported very early, so early that critical scholars today, even agnostics, will date the proclamation of the resurrection to somewhere between months and about 2 years after the cross. So, I mean, it goes way, way back after the cross.
Yes. All right. Excellent. Thank you very much. And do you have a website of your own?
I do. GaryHabermas.com.
GaryHabermas.com. All right. Excellent. And so visit Dr. Habermas' website and please tell me the truth.org for more videos.